Hey world, winter is back. Guess who's back? Winter is back. Well, maybe not winter, but fall. So hi my Instagram friends and followers and fur lovers, and hi my YouTube followers and friends. Hi everyone, I just want to make this video today, say hi to everyone. For my fur lovers, today we have a rainy day and it's kind of cool and almost cold, so I'm wearing my leather, yes, I'm wearing my leather coat. It's leather, and it has a fur trim, and it makes me feel very cozy because it is cold and rainy, and fur does not like rain. So that's an entry for my fur lovers, but I actually want to talk about something else. I just survived a couple hours of listening to the trial of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. It's definitely not good. To be fair, I was doing some background tasks or organizing tasks. Actually, I was organizing my furs, and I don't know, I just had to watch some more, but I don't think I'm gonna continue because it's detrimental to my mental health. Sorry guys, whew, fur in my face. So I was thinking, I had this thought today, no matter how everything will end in this situation, you know, no matter what will happen, I do hope that, you know, Johnny Depp will win, even though they are both pretty distasteful. The way they talk to each other, the way they abuse each other. Of course, two tyrants can't really live together, so I think Amber is definitely in more dominant tyrant role, but Johnny Depp is you know, that his addiction to alcohol and drugs really had a huge impact on him. His personality, his changed a lot. I think it just wash you off, you know. I believe people take these things to get some emotions. I was thinking to myself, rich people learn how to have some fun. These people need a fun coach, how to live life without drugs and have fun. That's just a side note. Who does this? It's like every time you listen to them, they is a drunk, or they are on shrooms, or they are on drugs, or they are on everything at once. It's like, can't you just have fun without all of this mess? Anyhow, it's depressing and it's very distasteful to listen to both of them, and I don't like either of their energy. Yes, Johnny Depp is very self-destructing and she is very sadistic, so she gets joy from his pain and from other people's pain, and she's extremely narcissistic and all of that. But I didn't like his energy also. When you listen to those tapes, he sounds like the way, I cannot imagine being in a relationship and being called all those horrible names that they call each other, in F word every second, and it's awful. So don't be jealous to celebrities. Your life may be better. You know, I'm learning. Okay, one positive thing out of this, you realize that your life may not be such a mess, and your life may be a lot better than you thought. You know, when you watch such things, you think, you know, Hollywood, you know, fame, you know, money, properties, penthouses. You think, oh my gosh, you know, their life must be miraculous. And then, you know, you learn a little bit behind the scenes and you realize maybe it's not as miraculous as you thought. So yeah, it's extremely toxic and bad. But one good thing that coming out of this entire ordeal is that now men officially can be victim of domestic violence, because one of the major proofs here from one of the tapes, when Amber was teasing him and saying, ha ha ha, go ahead and tell everybody how poor you is a victim of domestic violence, because, you know, you're a man, and you know, it's going to sound hard to believe, and it's gonna sound strange and weak you know. So one of the really good things in a way that are coming out of this, regardless of the outcome of the trial, is that people can really see that men can be victims of domestic violence, not to mention, you know, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and things like that. I feel really awful because in our society we are fighting for equal rights, you know, women same as men, and all this nonsense, you know, like also these normal gender roles. But when it comes to something like domestic abuse, if men would report domestic abuse, they're gonna look at, you know, they're gonna look twice on him, you know, they're gonna doubt him, they're going to tell him that you know, he's weak or weird or something like this. So yeah, I think one good thing that coming out of this, that people can clearly see that abuse did take place, really awful verbal abuse and emotional abuse. You know, I know that a lot of men cannot really deal with this, and a lot of men, the suicide rate between men is, I don't want to make up the number, but it's pretty high. And I understand why, because you don't want to be weak, you don't want to share your emotions. And in this case, I think he was just embarrassed. He hid it for so long because it's very embarrassing. If you joined my video last night, oh my gosh, guys, don't make me laugh, please. Oh. In my video last night, you know, we were talking about all of that. Maybe I'll record a short version of it because it went for too long yesterday. Someone says, in another life you were the love of my life. It could be a good thing that it was in another life, not in this one. Oh my goodness, I appreciate your sense of humor. Yeah, just the fact that those recordings exist means that one or the other was planning to revenge. Yes, I agree. Wait, my furs, guys, I'm sorry, I'm itching. Not supposed to touch my face like this, but furs. Yes, it's really weird that they would have such recordings. I think they both knew where this all going and were preparing. So, but regardless, I really think that two good things are coming out of it. Not one, but one extra. The first good thing is that if you thought that your life was a mess, that you were miserable, now you know you were not. Now you know you having fun with life. Now you know your life is great. And if you're not on heavy drugs and shrooms and alcohol at the same time, and you can smile and laugh, and you can hug people you love, and you can go and enjoy yourself, and you don't need a crew to make you feel better, and you don't have anybody abusing you and running and saying F and S word and a whole bunch of other words, if you have good people around you, somebody says, who the hell needs 15 houses? Yeah, you may not have 15 penthouses, but hey, your life may be great. It's truly a great comparison. Like, I'm really happy about it. You know, you think something's missing in your life till you watch this trial. No, seriously, like, these people need to learn how to have fun. That's for sure. So, and number two, I really think it is very important that in this very feminist society, very, I wouldn't say man-hating, but not necessarily encouraging masculinity in men, and not necessarily, you know, cutting a lot of slack for situations with women, but being very not being fair to men. I think it's a good thing that's coming out, that it's not going to be, it's now official, men can be victim of domestic violence and emotional and verbal abuse as well. together with us. And Amber thought that he would never do that because he would be too embarrassed to be on public doing this, that it would be too unusual and he would look like an idiot. And yes, he is not coming out in the best light, not because the being victim of abuse or their common, toxic situation, but he's coming out in a bit of a bad light because of some words that he used, some attitudes, and this incredible amounts of drugs and alcohol. But once again, he wants to prove to the world that he doesn't want to be remembered as an abuser, as a such person of violence. I think he doesn't mean to. He's okay for the world to know more about his substance abuse. I think people know about it anyway, but he just doesn't want to be remembered as an abusive, horrible person. I don't think he's a horrible person, but his tendency for self-destruction really had a bad effect on him. I don't know, personally, I love people with good energy. You couldn't pay me to be around them. I don't care. You couldn't pay me, and I'm only watching because some of my favorite channels translating and making some comments, but I don't think I can keep watching this. I think I'm gonna do my work tomorrow without Amber Heard in the background because it's too painful. It hurts. It's extremely depressing. But they just have such a low vibe, such a low mood. Even the way they speak as if they already died. Like there is no energy, there is no vibe, there is nothing. I don't know. You realize you shouldn't be I'm gonna say this again. You shouldn't be jealous to celebrities. I grew up, just a side note, and I'm going to post on my Instagram picture. I really love old Hollywood, old romance, beautiful 50s, grainy black and white movies and all these beautiful things. I truly love it. And so for me, I grew up with this idea of, Hollywood stars and romance. I'm like, oh my gosh, they have access to this amazing, beauty and luxury, but most like romance, being able to romance each other and, poetry, singing under the moon, falling madly in love with each other, all this like romantic scenes, red carpets, all this beauty, all this beauty on the outside, but also creating, this classic romance. And here, you scratch just a little bit, just a little bit of the surface, and you see, yeah, this is far from romance. This is far from, anything you would like to have in your life. Of course, Hollywood is different now, and I don't really, I'm not impressed with it at all. It has been extremely woke, and I'm not following much of it. All of us thought that Will Smith's accident or incident was staged just because people are losing interest to watch anything new from Hollywood. But some of us remember the black and white and the beautiful romantic movies and songs, and I love the the classic styles. That's something that I would love to have, like an photo shoot in old Hollywood style, with the furs and some glamour. I don't know, it's just so beautiful and inspiring. But now we have this, we have people who are barely alive and trying to take each other apart. Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Exactly. Now we have to deal with this nonsense, with this high extremes of beta masculinity display and so on and so forth. So that's where we arrived. But at least if women are fighting so hard for equal rights and it should be equal then, and men should instead of suiciding, because some men would not go and declare and go through every of your personal detail about everything. Some men would rather suicide, from my knowledge and my observation. So just because of the judgment, another amazing thing about this trial is that these people need to go to like 2015, 2014. I don't remember what was yesterday. I cannot recall who said what in like 5 years ago. I mean, how that works? I understand that there were particular events and things that have been happening, but honestly, the idea of trying to recall who grabbed somebody by the hair, and you can tell how much of the evidence they're making up. But to be fair, even those things that had taken place, how do you remember what was on July 16th of 2016, for example? I mean, I don't know. So it's kind of amusing to see that memory test, but you can see that a lot of things are made up and a lot of things are rehearsed, and some of them, I think Amber lost the rehearsal battle to her sister. Her sister did really well today. Like, you almost starting to believe her, unless you look for very close details. But anyways, I don't think that it's really worth watching. I think it's worth to take a note, and I hope that they will have some kind of fair resolution for that. But on the other hand, I don't think that Johnny Depp will ever truly clean up his name after this, because there is still a lot of verbal abuse, verbal violence, and everybody claims that there was more than that. So it's just a mess. That tells you again that do not marry one night stand woman. Don't give people wrong roles in your life. When you meet a woman and she doesn't have the qualities of a wife, no matter how quote unquote hot she is, it doesn't mean she should be your wife. We talked about this yesterday on my channel quite a bit, that just because you have a crush or lust, not to be more graphical, on that, it doesn't mean they're meant to be your wife. Johnny's main issue is that he tried to create something with a person that was made for a different role. She was maximum fitted for one night stand, as I said yesterday, maybe 1.5, but not not anybody that you can trust to raise you. Imagine having her as a mother of your children. That's a tragedy already. Imagine have a woman like this that has such a high narcissistic trait and no regards for anybody else being a mother of your child. It's a tragedy. So I really wish that after this, also maybe a third good thing that will come out after this is that men would maybe think a bit more before they choose to wife somebody like that. Maybe they would think, oh, maybe I should wait a little bit. Maybe I should talk to her friends. Maybe I should be around her family a bit more. Maybe I should spend more time with her and see how she interacts, where her mask would slip and she would show her real personality. I think that could be a third good thing that will come out after this, that men would consider women, not only this particular women, not only as a trophy, because you cannot have that much fun with a trophy in your hands. That she is actually a person, that she has emotions, that she can laugh and she also can cry. This woman cannot cry. She cannot show real emotion. And she's supposedly an actor. She could not push the tear out. Everybody felt like it could be a mutual effort for her to cry, as if people who are listening to her, I felt like they're ready to cry before she was ever able to get those tears out. So yes. Yeah, I think, I'm not a psychiatrist. I cannot give diagnosis to people, but I think she definitely have psychopathic, some kind of stage of psychopathy. She has something wrong, because she literally can't show a true emotion on her face. She could not really genuinely show compassion or sadness or tear. And when she was saying how much she loved him, how much she showed anger on her face, and disdain and disgust and displeasure of all sorts. So I would say that she really cannot show a genuine emotion. And that's is another thing. Yes, you can marry a woman that you consider beautiful, but if she's not alive, like she's literally like she's made out of wood or something like that, if she's literally not alive, she has no emotions, maybe it's not a good idea. Because we get used to beauty, we get used to ugliness, not ugliness, but some people are more attractive than others, and some women have that inner light and they are always beautiful. They create atmosphere around them. You don't look at their wrinkles or their aging, because they're just full of light and love, and you get used to it. You think that they are the most beautiful in the world because they give you that warmth and love. But in this case, you can get used to beauty. And I think she kind of like lost a lot of her attractiveness and beauty very fast, probably because of her emotions. She doesn't really have that vibe, maybe, because of everything that happened. So you marry a woman that is beautiful, to your opinion. You think that, oh my gosh, I got this trophy. And then that was her main trait. And then she loses that trait. And now what do you do? Not to mention that beauty does not, the cold beauty like this does not gonna do much for you. Cold beauty, lifeless beauty, the beauty without heart and empathy, not gonna do. You're gonna feel cold. You need a fur coat. When you're around Amber Heard, you may need a fur coat, and you know where to get one. The link is in my bio. So yeah, you know what? Maybe if you need to have an excuse for a fur coat for year long, maybe you will need to marry Amber Heard. I'm just kidding. But anyway, guys, I just want to say hi. Thank you so much for joining my page. I got so for those of you who don't know, I do have my channel on YouTube. It's called Ukrainian Perspective. I'm gonna be talking again about psychological and relationships like topics. I'm gonna take the topics from my inbox and answer them there. You guys know I also have been really heavily involved with events in Ukraine, and have been working behind the scenes with your help, with your support. So we are still doing that, but I just feel like I want to create more content. I want to create something more normal, along with still helping and doing everything that we can. But sometimes you absolutely need to focus your energy for creating, rather than for distracting yourself and hurting yourself over events that you cannot change. So that's why I will be adding different topics to my YouTube channel, and some of my videos will be here on Instagram, but hopefully we can add some more entertaining topics and some short videos. But this page originally is for just some fun things here on Instagram for my first, and so on and so forth. So if you're watching on YouTube, my Instagram page is Veronica_Olson, and if you're watching on Instagram, my YouTube channel is Ukrainian Perspective. And if you'd like to join my discussion sometimes, that would be great. We'll see how it goes. I really hope that we will have some more inspiring events to talk about, because it's one after another. It really has been pretty insane with the way we have one shock after another. But of course my heart is still in Ukraine. I just learned that if I can make my day better and satisfied with achievements, I can help more. And I think people in Ukraine appreciate more when you can send them some actual support, rather you talking about day and night and not do anything. So yeah, we all were waiting for 2020s, and this is what we got. So, but we have to keep going, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. It's a little rainy today, and I'm just gonna go do my walk. Thank you guys so much for joining. I just okay, today was the last day I watched more than 15 minutes of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, because it's really hard on your mental health. It really is. But once again, it does give you an idea of it does give you an idea of a contrast. You know what I'm saying? It gives you an idea of your contrast. If you can laugh naturally, if you can cry naturally, if you have a couple of real friends, if you have a place to live, if you don't need to get drugs to feel better about your life, if you're not living with Amber Heard, man, you're doing great in life. Think about that, seriously. And also, I do not support the mainstream culture so much. I do not like attack on men. I really want to see more strong and masculine men, and I want it to be at the same time, I want it to be okay for men to leave relationships if they are getting hurt and abused. Most men would not fight back, would not be involved in domestic violence, but sometimes I feel like when you have no escape, you can have some very rude words, and you can even do some things physically, because I think you feel so cornered and somebody keeps attacking you and attacking you and attacking you, so you feel like you have no escape. So now men officially have escaped from bad marriages, from abuse as well. I think that verbal abuse and emotional abuse is absolutely awful, as well as physical, because it can push you, once again, it can push you and lead you to a very dark path. And especially public people, or even when you have your community, your society, you're embarrassed to say what you're going through. Anybody who have been through a tough relationship, through a divorce, through a separation, knows exactly what I'm talking about. It is very hard to break a relationship when a lot of people know about it. But it should be more important to keep your sanity and keep your mental health than worrying about what people say about you. Because you are the one who wakes up in your bed every morning. You are the one who goes to bed every morning. And so, when you are in pain, when you are miserable, eventually something will happen. I don't think that Johnny was as mean with his words, as rude, as low energy, and as addicted to everything when he just started dating her. I don't think so. I think being in this relationship, triggered all of this. And they kind of both become pretty toxic. It just, she went all, she went all in, and, she has true narcissistic personality. She's a true sadist. She really gets joy from people's pain. I think that's the only emotion that she truly feel, I don't know. I'm not in her body. I don't know, but it feels to me like that's the only emotions that she kind of enjoys is when other people feel pain. She truly is a sadist, and he is a self-destructive person. You know, I made a video on Vanessa Paradis yesterday on my channel, but I went longer, and I'm just tired of people saying we really had a discussion yesterday. It's in my membership section, so if you consider, if you like my channel, it may be worth to get membership. It's very inexpensive. It's about a price of coffee on my Ukrainian Perspective channel. It's called Ukrainian Perspective on YouTube. So yeah, if you like that kind of stuff, maybe you can consider being a member, or maybe I'll make another video. We shall see. Yeah, I've made a real research on, you know, Vanessa Paradis. Oh, you asking about her perspective? Yeah, her perspective is that he was a good man, you know, no matter what she went through. And I was sharing yesterday what she had to endure with him, and she didn't say, she actually came to support him. So after 14 years together. Thank you for the kind words, guys. Thank you. Thank you and welcome. I see some new faces and new names. Thank you guys so much for joining. Oh, thank you. I don't know how to say it. When I get paid on Friday, I'll donate. Do you mean for my Ukrainian campaign? If you would like to just send me a message, I'll send you my link. I don't have an official campaign anymore, but I have my PayPal link, and we are currently, you know, working on sending our batches. Or I can just give you, if you want to donate to Ukraine, I can send you a screenshot of the organizations that I am often donating to that works directly with people in Kharkov. So either way, thank you. And if you want to support my channel and what I do, you guys may consider joining my YouTube channel if you want to. There is no obligations or requirements. Free will. Thank you guys so much. I don't want to stand for too long and take more of our day without moving. So I wish you a wonderful day. Oh my God. More comments I need to read. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to read your name correctly, but you say that no amount of incredible sex will compensate for destroyed personal life. And the thing is, I don't believe that it can be really incredible. You know, it can be maybe, you know, when somebody knows some things and tricks, but I don't think it can be. I don't think that this woman is capable of emotional intimacy, and that is a part of it, you know, because if you want to get some great techniques, you can pay for them and get them performed to you at any time you want without headache. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that she really capable of passion. I don't know, but I doubt it. And also, I think she prefers women anyway. It looks like it. She gave a very strong vibe of preferring women. I actually do have Patreon. If you guys want to support me on Patreon, I would really appreciate it as well. You can just Google Veronica Olson on Patreon. And please write me in a message what kind of content do you enjoy. So, you know, when I post, so some of my videos that are on membership are also would be available on Patreon, and maybe also some of my pictures for my furs that I don't, maybe won't post here, I post there. So just tell me what kind of content you enjoy. So yes, you can just Google Veronica Olson on Patreon. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you guys so much for your support. I have been really having a hard time with creating content and recording videos due to events in Ukraine. I have been collecting money once again through the YouTube channel, you know, sending these funds. It's just been devastating and heartbreaking. I didn't want to come out in tears because it was not difficult to produce a tear with all the tragedies that's going on, but it's just, you know, sometimes I think some things were meant to be lived through by yourself, you know. Some things were meant to, some pain you have to live through by yourself, you know. You share, and I'll be forever grateful to my Instagram followers, to my YouTube followers that went an extra mile and supported me on this journey. I have so much appreciation for that, and we are still helping, so we are still sending help. We have more than protest group in Kharkiv. We are sending equipment to the front. Yes, I'm helping in Kharkiv. There is this lady, Maria. I forgot her last name, but she's helping everybody. So I've been sending her some donations from from this cause, and also to beautiful Valeria, that young beautiful girls that are risking her life and driving around town. So please don't think that just because I'm starting making videos again, it's just, oh yeah, I forgot. I did not forget, and I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to keep helping. But if I stop doing things, if I stop living, if I just freeze, I'm just gonna be in such a depression, and definitely won't be able to help. So okay guys, let's not to take another hours. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you very soon. And oh, just a second, I have another comment. Наш город разрушен, мы разделяем нашу боль, мы не одни, сестра, это уже из Харькова. Да, а вы сейчас где? В Харькове, либо же за границей? Мы пытаемся помочь всем, чем мы можем помочь. Может быть, вы знаете Марию, которая отвозит помощь, она всем помогает, и мы пытаемся помочь всем, чем можно. Это очень трагично. Очень вам соболезную и очень надеюсь, что это скоро закончится все. Sorry guys, just somebody wrote me a message about the destruction and pain in city of Ukraine, in Kharkiv. So my dear friends, thank you so much for joining. I will see you very soon. Okay, поняла, слава Богу. I will see you very soon, and let's keep shining that light, because world needs it. Bye bye everyone. Thank you.